Yeah, so good morning, and welcome to my class for my MTS 13 Intro to IT Era. Good morning, everyone. So I hope you are doing well. Yes, I'm talking to the reporters. Tubag pud mo eh. and yeah, good morning as well as to the viewers, to your classmates. Despite of the heavy rains, I know you receive a text from the MDRMC that Java Oriental is the orange alert, right? Orange ba yun? Because of this, I'm not really so sure if this is a LPA. Ayan. So, let me just share my screen. So, this time we will continue our report with the same topic as continuation, which is the internet. Ayan. So, ayan. They are here now. So, let me just display the greetings sa inyong mga co-classmates. Ayan. So that, of course, unsa man ni Kanyas, unsa G. Huh. Please complete your greetings or else you're not allowed to take the attendance. Okay. Mhm. So I hope everyone already ate their breakfast. And yeah, as much as I wanted to, but wala pa din kami. Hindi pa ako naghahaji kasi nga I ate my early dawn breakfast. Ayan, so there are only 26, so we will wait muna for the yan. I supposed to have um 100 lang, 110 I think, because Black Sea will just review this live class because they have schedule kasi. Okay, so Seho, what happened to your profile pic? Wala na po kay profile pic, or you might be saying that you're just using again uh, your other account. Please provide a profile picture. Okay, as a review, I hope you did watch the video. So maybe the reporter will have their surprise this morning, or maybe on on Friday. Okay, so yeah, we haven't we did not we don't have a class on last Monday because we have this due day no sa campus, because if ever man nagkaroon tayo ng face to face, talagang kayo din naglinis din kayo sa campus because we have this activity no, the 5S activity. Well, anyways, the fourth years, ang mga seniors ninyo, sila yung naatasan na magpunta sa school. Okay, as I recall, so we just discussed last Friday ba yun? Tama ba ko? No, our first live talk
Yes,
last
sir.
Friday. Okay, so we already discussed the ano no, the history. So I hope everyone knows the reason why the internet was invented, but for somehow hindi pa kaya siya na discuss well, I think so. And ano pa nga yung topic last Friday ko, reporter? If you could help me, the previous topic ano ngayon? Hello. Nawa po din kabalo mga kauban sa team 1. Okay. Sige, I guess, wait, what time is it now? 8:03. So, 2 minutes. 5. It's already 5. So, 8:07 we will start na, no? So, just prepare your slide. So, I'm gonna end your my slide now. Okay. Okay, reporters, will you share now your slide so that I could project it? Ayan, we are now 60. So again, this is the continuation for the our topic about the internet. Okay? Wait, sino ba itong hindi nakapasok? A review, try to ano daw, anong tawag ito? I-kick ka muna kita ha kasi ang nakalagay dito is devices not connected. So i-kick muna kita then balik ka lang ulit, no? So that I could add you. Ayan. So, yan. So, nag-last ang greetings kang Visto. 61. Bakit ang iba nawala? Just greeted and ano, nag-greet lang tapos nag-alis na kaagad. Makikita kasi yan, no, sa nag-scene. Oh, well, anyways, I guess we are good now. Are we all good now, reporters?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so let me just have a screenshot first. Wait. Sige, turn on muna na kayo ng camera ninyo kasi then mag-screenshot muna tayo. Okay, in 3, 2, 1, smile. Ayan, so I hope those who are how call that one? Is there anyone living here sa East Coast? Okay na ba ang East Coast? Nagkaroon na ba ng ilaw? May nag-PM kasi sa akin until now. Ano daw wala pang ilaw. Okay, so I give now to the floor to the presenter this morning. So you may start now.
So, good day to everyone. So, this is the continuation of our report, the Internet. This is Group 1 presentation of MTS 13. So, by the way, my name is Vivian Pearl Arindain, the reporter. So, maghatag lang ko gamay insights about what is IP address kay na-discuss naman ni before sa ako ang kagrupo. So, IP addresses are unique identifier assigned to internet-connected device as they required for your device to access the internet. So, as we all know that IP address is very unique. So, kung gusto ka mo ato sa YouTube is need nimo siya og IP address. If mag-send kag email to someone, need nimo siya IP address. That's why ang IP address plays an important role in the internet. Next slide. So IP addresses have two types, the dynamic IP address and the static IP address. So first, I will discuss what is dynamic IP address. So it changes each time you connect the internet. So ang dynamic IP address ay magamit siya og dynamic host configuration protocol. So kani siya kay server protocol that automatically provides an internet protocol host with its IP address and other related configuration information such as subnet mask and default gateway. While the static IP address remains constant each time a person logs on the internet. So naay advantage o disadvantage ang duha. So why are static IP addresses is inconvenient? So naaray some issue or error na ma-resolve dayon sa static IP address, but however minor ra na siya nga advantage compared to major drawbacks niya. Na ma-experience nato sa static IP address. So ang number one disadvantage niya kay inflexibility. The way IP addresses are designed, they can become outdated quickly. Also, the setup is very difficult. When we change the device, changing the server settings is very complex. That's why static IP address is unflexible. Next disadvantage is there are no solutions. Many service requires changing IP addresses. So if the imuhang IP address is banned on a particular websites, so dili ka na maka-access ana kay fixed naman ang static IP address. So ang dynamic IP address is opposite siya sa static IP address because so for example kay kato kong giingon ganina imuhang IP address ay IP address is naban siya sa particular website. So kaning dynamic IP address is ma-change nimo siya with the help of dynamic host configuration protocol. So kung naban ka sa isa ka website tapos static IP address imuhang gigamit, so dili jud ka maka-access. So if you use dynamic IP address, you can simply restart your router or other devices kanang ma-change ang IP address instantly. So sa imuhang new nga IP address, maka-access na ka sa website nga dili ka makasulod. Next bud. So who runs the internet? Next. Bud. So although no one owns the internet, everyone in the net adheres standards overseen by the International Board of Trustees of ISOC. So kaning the Internet Society or ISOC is an international non-profit organization that handles internet standards, education, and policy development. It is founded in 1992. ISOC's mission is to ensure open internet development by enhancing and supporting internet use of organization and individuals worldwide. So, additionally, ang mission ani niya kay to promote open development, evolution, and use of the internet for the benefit of the people throughout the world. Next bud. So, Internet Corporation for Assigned Names and Numbers or ICANN was established to regulate human-friendly internet domains, those addresses ending with .com, .org, .net, and so on that overlay IP addresses and identify website type. So, this dedicated to keeping a secure and stable connection. So, as you can see in the picture, si Computer A kay here kay si Computer A kay naa sa iya ang data. So nagkuan siya broke up into pieces data packets. So na-discuss naman ni Mr. Filitro ang unsa na ang mga data packets. So ang data packets when the data is passed from the computer system to another, it is broken up into data packets using the TCP or the transmission control protocol. So a header is added to each packet that explain which it came from, where it should end up, and how it fits with the rest of packets. So after niya ma-broken into pieces kay at the destination the packets are being examined hangtod nga kuan siya kanang mag-resemble tapos maabot na siya sa computer B. So ang data packets kay naga-affect siya sa performance of the network. So maka-encounter sa tag data packet loss. Kani siya ang major factor of that affect the performance of the network is the connection of traffic, usually labaw na sa transmission phase. So example, sa local area, daghan nag-connect sa isa ka network, so mag-require siya og daghan nga load, mag-increase siya which nagalimit na siya sa data packet transmission. So, increasing numbers of users tends to bring commotion. Next bud. So data transmission speeds, dala na to dire. So it is one of the most important media considerations that support data transmission rate or speed. Transmission rates are normally measured by the number of data bits that can traverse the media in a single second. So in the early days of data communication, this measurement was expressed as the bits per second or BPS. However, in today's present time, network are measured in megabits per second and gigabits per second. Next. Next. So BPS or bits per second. So actually, there are two types of data speeds, the bits per second and the bytes per second, pero mag-focus lang ko sa bits per second. So ang bits per second is a computer with an older modem might have a speed of 28,000 BPS, which is considered minimum speed of visiting websites. So as ako ang giingon ganina kay mauni siya ang early form how to measure speed. Next is kilobits per second. 1,000 bits per second. So, kilobits per second, kilo means 1,000. So, if you have 1 kilobits per second means nakay 1,000 bits per second. But today's standards, this is quite slow and the internet speed are rarely measured this way anymore as they become much faster. Next is megabits per second is equivalent to 1 million bits per second. So megabits per second, ang 1 megabit is equal to 1,000 kilobits per second. So this means kung naa kay 10 megabits per second, the connection is transferring to 10,000 kilobits per second. So kani siyang megabits per second is mao ni siyang usually the most common way to measure internet connections today. Next is gigabits per second is equivalent to 1 billion per second. So gigabits per second, ang 1 gigabits niya kay is equivalent to 1,000 megabits per second. So today, top of the line ni siya nga connections that offer speeds between 1 to 2 gigabits per second. So as according sa akong search kay kanagong SIM card nga 5G is mao na siyang example sa gigabits per second kanang kusog kaayo mo adapt og signal. So point of presence or POP. A local access point to the internet, a collection of modems and equipment in a local area, POP acts as a local gateway to ISP's network. So POP or presence, network interface between communicating entities. So it is located at the data center, the house's servers, network, switches, and other network interface. It is located at exchange point. So the local access point for an internet service provider consists of high-speed telecommunication equipment that helps customers to connect the internet via internet service providers. So for example is si Luffy is watching Sky News on his laptop. So Luffy's internet providers is the Verizon Fios internet service provider. So ako man na siyang i-explain later on. So Luffy is part of the Verizon's internet, the large network company. So isa sa din siya sa mga telecommunications ang Verizon's Fios. So when Luffy types www.skynews.com his request kay maabot jud siya sa kuan sa Verizon points of presence. So however, kaning gitype ni Luffy nga Sky News site is another network. So it is on the Sky News web service. Ako ra na siyang i-discuss next. Next bud. So network access points of NAP. So we have two different networks. Ang number one is ang point of access o ang network access point. So ako ano siyang i-connect. So network access point is a routing computer at a point of the internet where several connections come together. NAPs are owned by a network service provider, a large communication company. So si Luffy, kay maka-request siya sa Sky Network. How? So, we need network access point. A NAP is a building where the internet service providers can switch information to each other's network. So now, si Luffy kay maka-request na siya sa skynews.com by using NAP. And the skynews.com can get all the way back to Luffy's computer. So, next one. So, internet backbone. High-speed, high-capacity transmission lines that use the newest communication technology to transmit data across the internet. So, mauna siya ang mga data providers sa kilid is kanang AT&T, Sprint, Verizon, mao siya na siya ang large group telecommunications in the world. So, internet backbones are the largest data connections on the internet. They required high-speed bandwidth connections and high-performance service routers. Backbone networks are primarily owned by commercial, educational, government, and military entities because they provide kanang consistent way of internet providers to keep and maintain the information in a secure manner. Next. So, internet 2. So, na-discuss naman ni siya ni Mr. Kilaton ato ni Agi, maggamay hatag lang ko og insights. So, cooperative university business, education and research project that enable high-end users to quickly and reliably move huge amount of data high-speed networks. So, kani siya is a non-profit network organization that founded in 1996 by 34 university institutions in the United States. It ang goal ani niya kay gusto nilag internet which is capable of delivering enhanced network services and is better, faster, and more efficient than traditional internet or broadband connections. Next is hypertext markup or HTML, set of special instructions called tags or markups that are used to specify document structure, formatting, and links to other multimedia documents on the web. So HTML is a code that is used to structure a web page and its content. So for example is content could be structured within a set of paragraphs, list of bullet points, or using images and data table. Next is extensible markup language. So this is the successor of the current version of HTML. So kanisha, it is more flexible to work with the data formats. In addition, browsers ignores errors of HTML pages and try to display the websites even if it has some errors in the markup. So, kani siyang extensible markup language comes with a much stricter error handling. Next slide. So, hypertext links, connections to other documents or web pages that contain related information. A word phrase is one document because as connection to a document in a different place. Alternatively, it is referred as a link and web link. A hyperlink is an icon, graphic, or text that links to another file or object. So if you click tanang na link is maabot na ka kung asa tong destination ato nga data. The World Wide Web is comprised of hyperlinks, like trillions of pages and files to one another. So ang example ani niya kay ang computer hope home page. Kanang hyperlink ni siya that connects to computer home just in one click. Muna ba? Renel.
Good morning. Good morning, everyone. I am Renel Linampo, base Scrim 2A. Today, I am going to report about the internet services. To begin with, an internet services is mao ni siya ang naga-provide sa ato sa mga apps o website na ginagamit nato always, and very helpful po ni siya sa ato while using the internet or with the help of the internet. So the first bad move bad. So the first is internet services is the electronic mail or email. So is a is a mean of interpersonal communication by using computers that are connected via telephone or cable line. So ang email is I know that it is very familiar to us, especially to us as a student because we often use this in our online class or at work that we are that we are able that we are able to use email to other people. So Tomlinson is a programmer who implemented an email system in 1971 on ARPANET. So si Ray Tomlinson is an American computer programmer nga nag-implement sa first email program sa ARPANET system. So ang ARPANET is a Advanced Research Project Agency Network. Was mo ni ang first worldwide first wide area packet. So sa uh, sent message or is in DMSG was the first email version. So send is in the MG I is in the MSG or send message command is used by a display situation user to send an immediate message from his display station to one or more message quest. The next is news group and message board, also known as voice internet protocol or VoIP, is a technology that allows one to make telephone calls using high-speed internet connection instead of using an analog phone line. So, ang best example ani ay kanang kuan gani kanang ginagamit sa call center agent through phone call without kuan like sa video call matawag na to na internet kanang voice lang gyud ang madungog niya. Next bad. Ay, e-commerce. Short short for electronic commerce, a business transaction that occurs over an electronic. So e-commerce, ang example ano sa iya like anang Shopee or Lazada. While then ang e-commerce nasa tulo ka types which is ang business to consumer o si B2C then consumer to consumer or C2C then business to business. So sa business to consumer consists of the sale of goods and services of B2C. So it refers to the process of selling product and service directly between a business and consumer who are the end user of its products or service. So ang example ana niya kay kanang target.com, makis.com and zappos.com. Then sa consumer to consumer occurs with one consumer sells directly another consumer. So is a business mode in which third party companies facilitate. So an example ani sa iya kay like sa eBay eBay and online action sites and Amazon which act is both a B2C and
Uh,
so Next is business to business, provide goods and services to other business such as online advertising. So sa best example aning business to business is kuan kanang Apple. Apple is the largest supplies in the production of the iPhone, and also Apple holds business to business relationship between the firms like Intel, IITEL ba? Panasonic and Panasonic, and this is a producer Micron technology. So and B2B transaction are also the backbone of the automobile industry. Sig next bad. So sa FTP or File Transaction Protocol, an internet standard that permits to upload and download with with others computers in internet. So ang FTP is a way to download, upload and transfer files from one location to another on the internet and between computer system. So ang FTP is isa ni sa ka process para ma-download nimo ang isa ka files to internet to isa ka isa ka process para ma-download nimo ang files ug ma-upload din. Dili pod ni siya ma di pod ni siya mogana kung walay internet connection. Chatroom. Chatrooms a real-time conversation that takes place on a computer. So sa chat room mo ni siya ang kanang common naman ni siya sa tuwa kay ginagamit man nato ni sa ato ang pag para ma-update ta sa ato mga klase. Then kuan, where's the chat room? Then kuan na pod ni siya sa tuwa, dili na tani mataha paggamit kay importante pod ni sa tuwa sa ada na ginabuhat. Then instant messaging, a real-time internet communication service that notifies you when one or more people are online and then allows you to exchange messaging or files or join a private chat room. So diri sa instant messaging, mo ni sa ginatawag nato na PM or private message na which is naga converse naga exchange of conversation ang isa ka tao to sa iyang kuan sa iyang gina-chat. Sa sunod ba the world the world web wide or web or WW. So kani gi-explain naman ni kuan ni Kilaton na hatagan na mudungag na lang ko gamay sad. First step. So the worldwide the WW that consists of the worldwide collection of electronic documents. Each electronic document on the web is called a web page, which can contain text, graphic, audio, sound, and video. So, para sa mga kanilagi ko gini arindahin kanina na ang world wide wide web is isa na siya ka page. Then si Tim Berners he developed the World Wide Web in 1989. The WWW became more popular with the development of the web browser called Mosaic Mus, hmm? In 1993 by Mark Andreessen and Eric Blina. So sila ang nag-develop si Tim Berners-Lee. Then sa same web page are static. There are two types of web page, static and dynamic. Sa static visitors all see the same content. So sa static sometimes called page or is a web page. So example ano siya document customize some or all of us desire stock quotes whether for a region or etc. So example ani siya kay like anang Netflix ba or kuan YouTube kanang daghang kay dili kay kanang daghang pay procession unlike sa static na dali lang. Next bud. So what so sa web browser or browser is application software that allows user to access and view web page in it helps the computer translate TCP/IP packet into information. So the browser is example ani kay kanang kuan. Example of this and the most common web browser includes mao na diri sa baba kaning Internet Explorer, Netscape Navigator, Opera, Mozilla Firefox, Safari, Google Chrome, links. Next bud. So dili na to sa major parts of web browser. So title bar mao ning nasa kaning mao ning makita nato sa computer kanang mo appear sa tong computer while nag-search ta. So title bar is a horizontal bar at the top of a window bearing the name of program typically the name of the currently active document. So mao ni siya diri maning nasa kaning nay title bar na nakalagay na blue. Then sa menu bar is a part of a browser or application window typically at the top left side at houses the menus that allow the user to interact with the content of or application environment. So maaning nasa left side niya kan makita ni sa yung left kaniyang kaning kani kanang nay square. Then sa back and forward buttons to go back to the previous source and forward again. So back move to a previous page. So sa back morning makita nyo na arrow kaning nay green or white gray man na. So back pag magintag back kanang pwede kanang atong balikan ang kanang mga files or dili na balik. Then sa forward you visit a page you have just returned from. So sa forward imong i-move forward ka na like aning refresh or reload button to reload and the current source if the page becomes stale or garbled while loading this will retrieve again. So refresh kanang pag-click kani nato sa mouse nato nay kanang mabutang na kanang nasa to dira sa baba oh. Refresh stop button to cancel loading the resource. In some browsers the stop button is emerged with the reload button have any ongoing transfer of the page information. Stop button pakibalik atong picture bud. So makita na nato to sa picture. Home button to return to the user homepage. So kanang mabalik nato. Then address bar to input an uniform resource locator or URL or the desired resource and display it. Search bar to input terms into search engine. So dito mag-search sa atong kinahanglanon or gusto nato mahibalan. But status bar to display progress in loading the resource and also the URL of links when the cursor being loaded. Hovers over them and with zooming capability. Pwede nato na balikan dito. History, name, and description of site most recently visited. So man siya ang isa ka kuan na history ka ng ato nang naagihan din pwede na po nato balikan. Yeah. Print the web page you are on. So kung human na to sa atong mga bato pwede na to i-print.
So, good day everyone. By the way, I'm the next reporter, and my topic for today is all about web address or URL. So, pag maka-encounter ta ani nga word, what is URL? So, next bad. So, URL stands for Uniform Resource Locator. Next, please. So, another name of URL is web address. Uh, Portal address enables mail to reach its destination. Similarly, a URL allows your browser to find a specific web page or file across the internet. Like a house address, the URL must be unique and point to only one place. So, ang URL daw, ang main function nito ay, kumbaga, ginagamit upang tukuyin ang mga address sa World Wide Web. And it is also ang pangunahing pagkakakilanlan ng network para sa anumang mapagkukunan na konektado sa web. For example, mga hypertext, pages, images, files, and etc. Next, bud. Katong example of URL. Example of URL. Kaning HTTP, colon, /www. Manay gitawag nga URL. Pero ang kuan ana is murag general name is URL pero it has consist of multiple parts. Next. So the first one is the HTTP. So HTTP stands for Hypertext Transfer Protocol. This is the set of rules. Think of it as the language your browser and the computer will communicate in so they can understand each other. So kaning naka blue text galing text nga naka-blue is mo na gitawag nga HTTP. So, ang function ng HTTP ay upang magtatag ng isang connection sa server at magpadala ng mga HTML bago pabalik sa browser ng user. So, ginagamit din ito upang mag-download ng data mula sa server. Alin man sa browser. So, by the way, HTML stands for Hypertext Markup Language. So, it is the code that is used to structure a web page and its content. For example, content should be structured within a set of paragraphs as a list of bulleted points or using images and data tables. Next, please. The next one is the www. So www stands for World Wide Web. This is inherited from the early days of the internet when more than one network or linked computer was available. Most browsers now and this prefix by default. So the www is open up the internet to everyone, and it connected the world in a way that made it much easier for people to get information, share, and communicate. So, mula noon ay pinahihintulutan nito ang mga tao na ibahagi ang kanilang trabaho at ang mga daily activities sa pamamagitan ng mga social networking site, blog, videos, and so on. Next, next is the domain. Ang domain dariya is kaning www.teach-ict.com. So, the domain name is a unique name that is registered to one owner and points to root directory on a website's host computer. So, domain names serve to identify internet resources such as computers, networks, and services with a text-based label. Next, bud. Next is the extension. So kaning .com man ay ginatawag nga extension. So extension, this gives useful information about the website's owner. .com means global or US company. .co, means a company in the United Kingdom. Other type include .org for charity, .gov for government, and so on. So ang extension is the combination of characters following the period in a web address, as you can see. It is used to designate the category or country code for a website. Next one. So the last one is the homepage. So ang homepage diriya is kanang naka blue kanang index that HTML. So homepage index that HTML is the default file name a browser look for when you in the domain name. Example www.teach-ict.com on its own, it is usually contains the home page of a website. So, for example, in the home page, a news website may present headlines and first paragraphs of two stories with links to the full articles. Usually, the home page is located at the root of the website. Domain is example.com. The homepage is likely located at the www.example.com. So, next.
Good
What
morning,
does
okay. Good morning, each and everyone. By the way, I am Ken Talibio, your reporter for today. Akong bahin dere is sa web portal. So, what does web portal means? Um, on my behalf, kini siya ang web portal kay kanang usually ginagamit ato na siya sa for example, aning natay mga gipang search nga kining mga sila yung term ining kaning sa mga gipang research na to baka natay gipang pangita nga mga information. Yan. Next, bud. Okay. A web portal is a special design website that often serves as a single point of access for information. It can also be considered a library of personalized categorized content. A web portal helps in search, navigation, personalization, notification, and information interrogation, and often provides features like task management, collaboration, and business intelligence and application interrogation. So, ang web portal daw kay isa siya ka kaning isa siya ka website na gi-design para sa pag-access sa kaning mga information good aning pag natay i-search usually mo pasok ta ani nga web portal para makita nato ang katong mga butang na atong gi-search. And then kini siyang web portal kay ma-consider siya as a aning library kay dire nato gina-search ang mga information na atong dapat i-gathered. So, next. Next bud. So, what are the search engine and portal? So, next bud. So, diniya makita niyo kining google.com, bing.com, and yahoo.com. So, usually mo niya itong ginagamit karon para mag-search sa mga information na ato ang gipangita. Number one, kining google.com. So, mo dyan siya ay kining google.com o yahoo.com kini familiar kini sa ato kay isip as kaning estudyante ta mo dyan ni atong permente makita inig open sa kining app nga Chrome kining google.com o yahoo.com. And kining google.com one ang one according to the internet ang Google kay kuan ang creator ani kay si Larry Page and then si Sergey Brin. And then this Google create uh, September 4, 1998. Then kining mga creator is usually kuan sila kaning estudyante ni sila sa Stanford, California. Then there is sa kaning yahoo.com ang creator ani kay si Jerry Yang and David Philo, and it is created in January 1994. Then kining sa bing.com or kining ask.com kuan gitry na ko ni siya ganing search pero kaning dili mo siya ma-search ning naka-lock siya ba. Then kadto lang sir mga classmates.
All right. Thank you so much, reporters. So I hope you understood well. So just a clarification lang katong sa baka nagka-confuse kayo sa static and dynamic, no? Ayan. Sino nga yung nag-report? Si Renel ba yun?
Ako, sir.
Yeah, when it comes to static kasi sa ano pa lang,
Yes, sir.
static is just ano lang siya ba yung wala tayong masyadong interaction, no? Like mag-view lang siya ano, a bit info,
Dali lang,
no?
sir.
Oo. Kaya hindi pud sa dali but just a simple information lang siya. Well, yung sa dynamic talaga may interaction between the user and the sa browser, no? I mean uh, sa website, no? Like of course in Facebook, 'di ba? Namatay interaction, maka-upload, add comments sa YouTube, maka-upload po tag video, maka-delete. So ganun. Pero kung static gani, it is just a solid information lang siya. Okay? And wala lagi ay unsa ba next reporting ba ang ano, ang katong type sa domain name, katong first level, second level. Wala lagi to
Yes,
napil.
yes sir, sa ikatulo na to nga
Ikatuloy
reporting.
to. Okay, okay. Okay. So, yeah. So let's have muna. You will have now your surprise na.
Actually sir, nakahimo na mi og quiz sir, pero naka-decide ang grupo sir nga ilong quiz na lang siya karong Friday sir.
Ay, examok kay para. Okay, so you heard that one, ha? And yeah. So again, yeah, we will not kung karon bang sa Friday or I think we cannot do that one on Friday, no? maybe next meeting again, no? And yes, please do check na lang din sa Canvas. As you can see, this is just the first reporter. And they are the one who ano talaga no who volunteer. So and the rest will be group, no? I'll be the one to group you, no? So check check every day your canvas, okay? And yes, and yeah. So ako'y mamili na sa yung grupo, then and as much as possible you will be making your own GC for the second, third until fourth report, napadaytay five reporter. The fifth, no? Murag upat na lang ka grupo. Okay? So kuha sa mga nananaw. Then if you have questions, please do do ask. Then reporters will answer that one. No? Magbili lang mo comment, no? And by the way, you almost forget now our rule, no? Every time we conduct our live class, you forget to thumbs up, no? The video. Okay, so I'll be setting up muna your attendance for a while. So time check, it's 8:56. S- so attendance will end at 9:05 a.m. So, and to the reporter, if you are the reporter today, please just leave the message na reporter ka. Okay? Yes, thank you so much for that. How we call this one? Rani. But sige lang. Ipasulod gyapon nato sila sa kaning ano nato para na joy hold na recording. Please, ayan. So pag-attendance sa pud mo everyone as well as the reporter kung ibutang na kung ano mo na reporter mo this morning. Minsan nag-appeal jud sa live katong nag ano pod nag anong tawag ito? Nag ano sa PPT. Ayun, nawala na. Almost half nawala. Okay. If you have questions, just don't forget to send over the comment section or yeah, this time, no. Then reporters will answer that one. And yeah, if reporter cannot answer, then I'll be the one to answer it. Okay? So thank you so much for coming in. I hope you have a good day this morning and you're doing all well. So we are now in stage 1. So I hope sa mati lang pa di ay noog asan yun? Sa Katiil. Yeah, I heard ng Katiil nagbaha. Grabing baha sa Katiil no sa San Rafael ba yun? So I hope they are doing well now. So ayun. I think everyone already got their attendance. So thank you so much for your participation. Reporters, thank you and see you on Friday. Bye everyone and be safe.
Bye,
Goodbye,
sir.
sir.
Salamat,
Thank
sir.
you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Queenie.